If you are the Indiana Pacers, you must do this if you want to win. First and foremost, you must defend. You must put your hand up on every shot. You must not let J-Dub cut after cut after cut. You must stop those cuts. Number two, you must run. You must run. The Pacers must pace. Okay? You must do that if you want to win. And number three, you must pass the ball to anybody wearing your team color. If you are wearing yellow, you must pass the ball to the yellow people. If you are passing the ball to the white team / blue team, you are doing it wrong. Pass the ball to the yellow team, defend, and run. That's how you force a Game 7, Indiana. I'm telling you, heed my advice, and you will force a Game 7. Welcome back to the MC Show. It's your boy, MC. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any and all help would be greatly appreciated. Share this video with your friends and family. I know for a fact a lot of y'all love basketball and y'all watching ESPN and y'all not getting this kind of coverage. Just be honest. So like, comment, and subscribe. It's real easy. It's real easy. I am better than that. No offense. We're gonna get started. Game 6 is tomorrow for the Pacers Thunder. Thunder go up 3-2 against the Indiana Pacers, winning by 11, 120 to 109. J-Dub is the story of that game, scoring 40 points. The best game J-Dub has played in his entire career. I mean, it was the two-way performance was phenomenal. He, like I said in the intro, backdoor cut after backdoor cut, fadeaways, spot up threes. I mean, how many difficult runners did he bank off the glass that game? He was just incredible, and he was efficient. He was aggressive. Him and Shea were able to play off of each other. Even when Shea was off the court and it was just J-Dub and Hartenstein and a couple other bench guys, he was still able to cook. It wasn't easy. When Shea is off the court, their offense isn't as smooth, but he was able to score enough, and their defense is good enough to hold Indiana to not that many points that even though the offense might not look as smooth and crisp, they're able to still hang in there, take leads, just due to J-Dub single-handedly being as great as he was. Plus, on top of that, their defensive intensity. A couple things that I noticed that the Thunder did for Game 5. One, they started the two big lineup. Isaiah Hartenstein got involved early. Those backdoor cuts that J-Dub got, you know who was passing him the ball? Isaiah Hartenstein. That was one thing that I thought that the Oklahoma City Thunder need to just step into a little bit. Like, Isaiah Hartenstein has been really good for their defense and their offense because he's such a good passer and he's such a good screener, and he can get everybody open shots if you cut. And a lot of times, especially in the first half, you saw that not just J-Dub, but he got a couple other people some easy looks. Like, I'm glad that they went to him early, even if they didn't finish the game with him. But you just have that piece to your offense, especially since they're coming off a game where they only had 11 assists in Game 4. They had 24 assists in Game 5. Big difference. The ball movement was way better. The team's offense as a whole was way better. This is their best offensive game this entire series. The Indiana Pacers the defense has been really good, and the offense sometimes for Oklahoma City Thunder gets a little stagnant and ISO heavy, but it was better this game in Game 5, where they were sharing the ball, 3 of 17 from 3 in Game 4, In Game 5, they hit 14 threes. Like, if you want like a more simpler look as to why the Oklahoma City Thunder won in Game 5, you could look at the assist numbers and you could look at their 3-point numbers, and that made a dramatic difference to their offense. On top of that, you get Shea with 31 points, 10 assists, 4 steals, I believe. I got the box score right here. Yeah, 4 steals and no, 2 steals and 4 blocks. I mean, the two-way performance was unreal. Got to the free throw line 14 times. As a team, they got to the free throw line 32 times. That's one thing Indiana has to do better with. They foul a little bit too much. As good defensively as they have been, they fouled a little too much. They have to win the free throw battle. They have to win the 3-point battle. They have to win the rebounding battle. Those are the things Indiana have to win in order to win. And they haven't been consistently able to do that. It's the first time the Indiana Pacers have lost 2 games in a row this playoffs. It's the first time they're down, actually, in the playoff series. They've been up every single time in the first, second, and third round. They were up in this round, of course. They're 1-0 and then 2-1. But biggest thing for the Indiana Pacers is they have to not turn the ball over. They had 22 turnovers. If you want to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, been beating this drum all playoffs, you have to limit your turnovers. And a lot of the turnovers, the worst thing about their 22 turnovers, a lot of them were just like undisciplined errors from the Indiana Pacers. Siakam had 6 Siakam was amazing. He had 28 points. He was phenomenal. 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Like, it's hard to complain about what Siakam did. And he had 12 points when the Indiana Pacers were starting to make their comeback and making everybody a little nervous, a little jittery in Oklahoma City. He had 12 points in like the first 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. He was phenomenal. Threes, layups, fouls. Like, he was doing everything he possibly could to win the game for the Indiana Pacers, who were down double digits for like most of the night. But Siakam, a lot of times in this game, he drove into traffic. Doris Burke had said it numerous times on the broadcast. He just drove in, him and other players like Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith even, like they drove into the help. And you know Oklahoma City is just arms everywhere. Oklahoma City's defense is just arm here, arm there, and they get so many steals off of swiping all the time. And you can't give them those opportunities by willingly driving into their space like that. And I thought Siakam did that. Sometimes he would get caught up in midair and turn the ball over. Like, you can't be doing stuff like that. And there was a point when they cut it down to, I want to say, 2 points. 2 things happened once Indiana got the lead down to 2. Siakam went to the bench for rest. And then Indiana proceeded to turn the ball over 4 straight times. And the most egregious one out of all of them, the most egregious one was Andrew Nembhard turning the ball over, letting Cason Wallace get a fast break dunk. And Andrew Nembhard had another rough offensive game, 7 points only. Did his best on Shea as he's been doing, so it's not like he's been terrible this playoffs, but just on one side of the floor, he hasn't been good. They need his he's not like a scorer, but he's way better than 3 for 8 and over 2 from 3. He's way better than that. And then you have Miles Turner. Miles Turner only took 5 shots. It's getting kind of. He had 13 points. I don't think he was horrible. Still, the pick and roll defense with Shea was is always going to be questionable because Shea is going to constantly attack Miles Turner. No big on Indiana can really stop a Shea Hartenstein, Shea Chet pick and roll. Miles Turner is just too slow footed. As athletic, he's like an athletic. Miles Turner is athletic, but he's just not fast enough to keep up with Shea. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he was a big problem, but I wouldn't say he was a solution either. Toppin has been finishing games over him. I wouldn't say he was fantastic either. He was okay. He was okay. He wasn't fantastic. They dusted off Tony Bradley. Let me tell you one thing, guys. When Tony Bradley was in the game, J-Dub, like, heat-seeking missile towards Tony Bradley, bro. He tried to get Tony Bradley in every single screen action that he could. And Tony Bradley didn't play horrible, but just defensively, he just doesn't have a presence that makes Oklahoma City afraid to get to the paint. One thing you can say about Indiana and their bench, TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell is the greatest mid-range pull-up player in the history of basketball. Yeah, I said it. You can't do nothing about it, and you can't really disagree. He had 13 points in the third quarter. He single-handedly brought them back into the game. He was absolutely phenomenal. Mid-range pull-up. He had a spin move on J-Dub to get to the basket. He got to the free throw line. He was defending. He's incredibly disruptive. As small as he is, like, the guy, it doesn't matter if you're Shea, J-Dub, Cason Wallace, like, the guy gets into you, he pressures you, he has really fantastic hands, so he can always strip steals, force turnovers. He was fantastic. He didn't finish the game. I thought that he was someone that probably should have finished the game over one of the starters. It was like, that's how impactful he was this game. Like, they don't really have an answer for him. That's crazy to say that a backup point guard, 6 foot, can have this kind of effect on a finals game. But he did, and I thought he should have gotten more minutes. He played 22 minutes, probably should have been 25 plus, just from the fact that he was fantastic. The biggest thing, obviously, is their best player, Tyrese Haliburton. 0 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3. Did have 7 rebounds and 6 assists, but it doesn't matter how good he is playmaking. Tyrese Haliburton has to score the ball. Easier said than done, especially with the fact coming out, I think it was yesterday, that he has a calf strain, and he underwent an MRI to determine the severity. I don't know as of right now. The game is tomorrow. I don't know as of right now what his status is. He said he's going to play. He said he's been waiting his whole life to play in the NBA Finals. So I expect him to play. But he's been limited. So it's understandable why he had that game. But at the end of the day, if he's going to be out there, he has to do something. He can't go 0 for 6 again. If he scores 14 points instead of 4 points, there's a good chance Indiana's up 3-2. Because they had the momentum going into the fourth quarter. But with Tyrese Haliburton just not be able to get around Lu Dort or Cason Wallace, and him being limited, him having to force up shots at the basket or at the three-point line, if he's able to just give you 14, 18 points, like, that's going to go a long way for them. They needed the offensive help from him. They didn't get it. So you want to give him some grace because he's limited right now. But if he's going to play 34, I think he played 34 minutes in game 5. He's going to play 34 minutes in game 6. He's got to score some field goals. That's just the bottom line. Pacers have to not turn the ball over. If they want to win game 6, force game 7, just don't turn the ball over. Play with more pace. Haliburton has to score. Mathurin, you can't go 2 for 11. The defense has to be better, especially in the paint. These guys, Oklahoma City's guys, are just getting into the paint willingly. getting into the paint willingly. Their defense has to be better in terms of guarding the paint, forcing tougher shots. I felt like a lot of J-Dub's baskets, just for example, were like really, really easy. They have to do a better job of containing, drive, and dribble penetrations. If they do that, they have a decent chance of forcing Game 7. I'm not gonna put it past them. Game 4 was like such a big loss for them because I feel like that was kind of the series. Like, okay, Oklahoma City was able to like pull out that win in Game 4, and then like I don't want to say dominate, but like have a pretty comfortable win besides the T.J. McConnell and Pascal Siakam third quarter, early fourth quarter barrage that they both went on. They were able to win pretty comfortably. So Indiana, if they make those changes that I mentioned, they have a good chance of winning in game 6, forcing Game 7. I hope so. We haven't had a Game 7 since 2016, guys. I want a Game 7 so bad, bruh. So Indiana, as a basketball fan, I'm rooting for you guys. Hopefully force a Game 7. This series has been phenomenal. Hopefully it can go on a little bit longer. That's my preview for Game 6. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The MC Show, very soon, will be available on all podcasts. Please be on the lookout for that. Y'all better be liking. Y'all better be subscribing. Y'all better be commenting. Any and all help would be greatly appreciated. Share this video with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.